Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to week 8 of the DTLC program. First of all, you all deserve a big round of applause. You've made it to the 2-month mark, and that is no small thing. You've showed commitment week after week, and we celebrate each one of you today. I want to take a moment to check in. How are you doing? You can take a deep breath, think about it for a second, and then be very honest with yourself. Because right around this time in the program, it's completely normal to feel a little low, or like the excitement you once had has worn off. Maybe the motivation isn't as high as it was in week 1. Or maybe some old habits are starting to whisper back into your life. Well, that's okay. It's very human. It's also normal at this stage to feel like you've cracked the code, like you already know the game. You've probably found yourself automatically avoiding animal protein at night, choosing just one carbohydrate in your meals, adding more greens to your plate without even thinking twice. And these actions that once felt like an effort have started becoming habits. Good evening, that everyone. Is progress. And a very warm welcome to week 8 of the DTLC. Sorry for that. Sorry, I had some noise. But if you've also noticed yourself drifting a bit, why don't you pause and remember your why? Why did you begin this journey in the first place, actually? What was the point of concern or the goal that you had at first? Why did you need to change? We encourage you to find that reason, hold on to that reason, and let's hold on to each other. Let's use this week to reignite that fire. You've come so far, and the best part is that you're not doing this alone. So welcome once again to DTLC Week 8. Let's keep showing up for ourselves, for our families, and for the future that we want to live. Tonight, the spotlight is on you, our dear DTLC participants. We want to dedicate this session to checking in with you, listening to your experiences, and hearing how your journey has been so far. During the week, we shared the DTLC progress check in our WhatsApp group, and we are very grateful that many understand your journey even better. Your feedback helps us to understand what is working for you, where you may be struggling, and how we can be there to support you better. Tonight, we don't want to just read the responses. We want to hear your voices. What has changed? What are you proud of? What has been difficult? What have you discovered about yourself? This session today, we are going to focus on that. So before we begin, we want to just make a small announcement that there's been a change to tonight's program. Unfortunately, we won't be having our scheduled topic, Stop Emotional Eating and Start Conscious Eating. Dr. Ojwang is a little bit under the weather and has asked me to sincerely apologize that she's unable to be with us here tonight. We wish Dr. Ojwang a quick recovery, and we look forward to continuing with this important topic next week. And of course, we are not alone. We are joined by our expert, Ms.Jalang'o, our family doctor and diabetes care specialist, and of course, our dedicated team of nutritionists always working behind the scenes, monitoring your food choices, reviewing your progress, and faithfully providing guidance and recommendations in the WhatsApp group. So tonight, please feel free to speak. This is your space, your journey, and your opportunity to be heard. Well, We want to hear about your DTLC journey so far. What has been working for you? Any challenges? What changes have you noticed? So this is your time. So please feel comfortable, be open. Let's have this conversation together. And with that, we want to, before we dive into that, we would love to hear how the challenge for this week went. Dr. Jalang'o, could you kindly lead us in this
Good
discussion?
evening. Good evening. Thank you so much, Lydia. Good evening to all our participants. It's yet another week on DTLC. We are now on the 8th week, 2 months down the road. I believe you have made some progress, and last week we requested you to do something, the challenge of the week. One was to reflect before each meal and ask yourself, ask yourself, why? And then you journal, meaning you write your thoughts down. Then the next thing was to connect with a friend in the group and share your experience and learn from each other. Then you are also supposed to ask any questions that you need to clarifications for. So I didn't see much, but I hope people have questions even today. And then the last was to seek support. So it is important, if you're having any challenges, you're not making progress as you probably would like to reach out to us, have a chat with us, and we see what we can work together with you. So I'll take this opportunity to ask anyone who is willing to present what they did in terms of the challenge. Let us know what your reflections brought and who you connected to. And if there's any question also, please feel free to ask. You can write your question if you don't want to talk, but I'd really encourage somebody to take it up and let us know how the challenge of the week worked out for them. So the floor is open. Or maybe I pick somebody. Esther, how did the challenge work for you? Esther Ricks. Esther, can you hear me? Okay, Esther is not talking.
Let me try to.
Let me ask Abby. Abby, anything you can tell us about the challenge? How did it work for you? Abby?
Doc, I just joined. I
Yeah.
don't know what you asked.
Yeah, we are asking about the challenge. You remember you were supposed to reflect before you eat, take a pause, and then also jot down what your reflections are, and then also to reach to another person in the group to make acquaintance with them and learn from them, and you also impact them. And then if you have anything you'd like to ask, you also have that opportunity.
Sorry, Doc, I was not in Nairobi, so I did not do much.
Yeah.
I really felt I was just struggling on my own. Whenever I
Yeah.
can watch the meals, I just try, but
Mhm.
really I didn't get to look for someone.
Mhm.
Probably I can do that for this week, this following week. But that
Mhm.
challenge passed me. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Thank you very much, Abby. What about Faith? Faith Ojwang, could you share with us? Hmm? She's a dietitian. Faith, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Yes, tell us something about the challenge of the week.
I'm sorry, the past 2 weeks, I had a funeral that I was organizing.
Mm-hmm.
swayed me off,
Mm.
but I'm just joining this week, and I passed my. I
Okay.
alerted Mule.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Faith. Esther, please try now. I think you've been unmuted now.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you, Esther.
Mhm. I'm sorry, but I didn't do too much of the challenge of the week.
Yes.
What happened was that someone did reach out to me and
Mm.
encouraged me with the food that I had shared, to advise
Mm.
me on the portions and all of that. So that was a good experience.
Yes, that was really nice. Thank you, Esther. Any questions that you have?
For me, I don't really have any questions.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, like for example, you posted something this morning and said no meat, right, for this week. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever I have questions, I try to, find out, do my own research. Sometimes I don't reach out. So my question this morning was, is egg a meat? And I was able to follow up and find out that no, egg isn't meat. And another question was fish. Is fish a meat? And I also found out that yes, fish is a meat. So if I was not eating meat today, I shouldn't be eating fish or any kind of seafood,
Mm-hmm.
because those are also considered meat.
Okay.
So in a way, I try to, find answers, on my own.
Yeah. Thank you. So, sorry. Thank you very much, Esther. That's quite helpful. And I can see you're also proactive. I would like Nelima to comment on that before we proceed. Nelima, what's the link between egg and meat and fish?
Hi everyone. Thank you for joining my session today. So, egg, usually most people think it's a meat, but it's not a meat. Egg is just an egg. It's just, you can't categorize it as a meat or a vegetable. Egg is just an egg that is protein filled. So it's really good for you to have it in the morning because of the protein content. Since you said you have proteins more in the morning than in the evening, so it will qualify as a meal in the morning. Fish is a meat. It's part of white meat. So
Yeah,
I'll say it's a meat. So good question, Esther.
yeah. Thank you very much. Lydia, you had a comment. Thank you very much, Nemali, for that brief explanation, but very clear. Well
Yes,
appreciated. Uh-huh.
yes, I did. So just to explain it a little bit further, what Esther talked about,
Yes.
in the morning, every Monday we actually have a challenge. We
Mm-hmm.
go meatless for a day. So that's what she's talking about. So
Yes.
it's one of the details green habits, trying to promote planetary health. So
Mm-hmm.
every Monday, once in a week, we have a meatless day. So today is our meatless day.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that reminder, Lydia. So we all rally together to join in to have Monday as meatless. Okay. So anybody else who would like to share? Rahmat, would you like to share something about our challenge?
Yeah, hello everyone.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank you so much. I've learned a lot, and yeah, this egg is new to me, so I would have just considered it protein. Yeah. I also learned this week from the comment that was made to my food, like
Mhm.
not eating like liquids with food because I
Yeah.
had hot chocolate, and yeah, I was told, and that was really,
Mhm.
really something. I actually posted it on purpose because I did not have the clear explanation, and it was commented, so I really appreciated it. And I
Mhm.
would want to know Well, it's a question. Am I okay to ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank
That's
you.
part of it. Yes.
Yeah. Assuming you cook with meat or fish, and let's say it's just the stock that goes to season the food, and you choose not to eat the meat, would it be considered as consuming meat? Oh, no. Just say you cook with it and take out the meat, but you leave the stock goes into the stew or soup.
So you don't eat the meat, but you use the meat, the soup from the meat you have cooked in your food.
Yes. Yes, please.
I'd like to request our Immaculate Fiona to answer. Awar, are you with us?
Oh, yes, Doc, I'm around.
Yes.
I beg a pardon on the question.
She's saying that if you, let's say you cook meat, and then you have the soup that comes from the meat, you leave the meat, you don't eat the meat, but you use the soup from the meat in another dish. Is that considered eating meat?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. It's just like you've cooked beans and then you have eaten the soup of beans, yeah, and you have not eaten the real beans. It means really you have eaten the nutrients, yes, like the water soluble nutrients, you have eaten them, but like the meat, the digestion processes of the meat is not going to happen like the way if you had eaten meat. So I don't think that's considered as you've eaten meat, really.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Awar, for that. Thank you. So Ramat, anything else?
Yes, thank you very much for this question. Yes, and regarding the water and liquid whilst eating, could you throw more light into it, please? I understand I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I have
Yes, if
a
you could throw
number
more
of
light in.
yeah, that's a
Thank
good question as well. So what you'd like to know is why probably we don't recommend drinking while eating?
Please, yes.
Drinking water or tea, which one? Specific?
Both, if you don't mind, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Lydia, help me here. Who is the other nutritionist here? You can help us with the question.
At the moment, we have Nemali and Awol. The rest are
Okay,
yet.
then Nemali will do this now.
Okay, so when it comes to fluids and digestion, so let me use an instance of tea or coffee, the ones that contain caffeine. So when you consume food, and let's say you're eating foods like that are rich in iron, things like spinach, and you're having your spinach, your eggs, and your ugali, and then you decide, let me have my tea alongside or my coffee alongside that meal. Once you do that, the caffeine in the teas and the coffee will inhibit the absorption of iron. So what your body will read iron as, it will read it as waste. So it will be excreted in the body and none or little of it will be absorbed. So you find that this is something that has affected a lot of women. You find that women, as they grow older, those who are taking teas alongside their meals, mostly in Western Kenya, you find that they have a lot of bone issues, iron deficiency problems. So that is why we say don't consume teas with food. Also, that is a property we call nutrient-nutrient interaction or nutrient-mineral interaction, whereby when you eat a certain nutrient, a certain food with a certain nutrient and another one with another nutrient, they don't work together. It happens like a bomb. You take the pin out of a bomb at the timer goes off, and then when they combust together, it just explodes and nothing. It just causes more chaos than harm to you. So that's why we say if you want to have your teas or your drinks, have them 1 hour before or 1 hour after your full meal, so that also you get your body gets to absorb enough nutrients and enough minerals from the food directly without any other interferences coming into the process. Yeah.
Oh, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Nemali.
Yes, Doctor, maybe to add on what Nemali has said, I think
Go ahead.
when you look at water, As you eat food and you're drinking water at the same time, there is it's yes, it's good, but sometimes we tend to overdrink the water, and then you will not have the complete nutrient, the complete kilocalories that your body requires. So when you drink a lot of water as you're eating, your body will you will end up being full before you can complete the amount of food that your body requires. So it's always advisable that you drink water at least 30 minutes before food or 30 minutes after food. Yeah, I think that's what I could add on what Nemalia said.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay. So, Rahmat, I hope that clarifies your doubts.
It does. It does. I'm so
Yeah.
grateful. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your participation as well. So I'm really delighted for everyone who has participated. Thank you for taking the courage to share your experience, asking questions as well, and so that we all can learn together. So thank you, and I now hand over to Lydia for the next session.
It seems like Portia has a burning question.
You can go ahead, please. Portia, go ahead. I didn't see her hand.
All right.
Yes, I actually have two questions or so. So those questions have come about because of the two questions that have been asked by the two previous friends there. So the first one was on the egg. Since egg is like it has been said, it's egg is not like animal protein, like a meat. So would it be appropriate then to include egg on a plant-based diet? That's the first one. And then the second one, on the tea, there are those teas like, they say they're caffeine-free. I don't know how true it is. Like rooibos, they say it's naturally caffeine-free. And then there are other products like hot chocolate, for example, like cocoa powder. You can make a drink from that. So would those also cause negative interactions with the other food that is being taken? And then the last one I wanted to mention also was, I read somewhere, I don't know how true that information is, but it was a comment on drinking water with food. So the comment was, when you drink water with your food, you kind of dilute the stomach acids that are supposed to help you digest the food. So when you drink water with the food, those acids are diluted, and so the acid is not going to work very well in helping digest that food. So I don't know how correct that is, but it's something that I learned from when I read about that. I stopped taking water with food, but I just wanted to confirm it with the experts there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask Wur to answer the first two questions on the protein, and then Nemali, you can take the next question on water and food. Wur, go ahead.
Thank you so much. With the egg, I think we try to respond on in the chat. Yeah. So yes, it's okay to include egg in your plant-based meal. It's very fine. It's okay because it helps to complement something that you could have gotten from maybe a meat product. And when you're a vegan, meat is, you don't do the meat, yes, but an egg is a complete meal. So it will help you to complement the nutrients that you could have missed from maybe eating meat or fish or poultry like that. It's really fine. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's clear.
Yeah.
Caffeine-free teas and those other things, coffee, cocoa.
Okay. So just like our said, when you consume water or you take certain liquids alongside your food, you feel full for longer. So I think that is something that contributes to it as well, I believe. So Immaculate, you can help me as well if I'm not accurate. So I think that affects it as well. And also you find, I don't know, the acidity, the heartburn. Most people who have this condition, when you do a food check or you check their previous foods that they have eaten, you realize that they consume a lot of water, teas, and milk. And that leads to their stomach feeling full, and they still add food on top of it. So there's no space or there's no digestion taking part in the stomach. So I think also that contributes to it. About the caffeine-free teas, I'm also skeptical about them. I won't lie to you. Because there's a documentary I've been watching recently on food fraud and how most packages put certain things on labels, but the actual food is not the actual thing that they're selling. So it can be caffeine-free tea, but there's like 4% or 1% of caffeine in it. So I'm not really 100% going to say I'm a big supporter of caffeine-free teas because we don't know. It's a marketing, it's a business, it's marketing, and also they want you to have a notion that you're actually taking caffeine-free teas. But in reality, I don't think tea is 100% free of caffeine or that, because it won't be tea. Or what do you think, Immaculate?
Yeah, I think Nemali, that is also what I was going to say. You can't be so sure. You know, when people are marketing their products, they will not be frank sometimes. So you can't really be so sure that those products do not have even a little bit of caffeine or a little bit of tea tannin in it. So let us know that drinking, be it juice, be it tea, be it water, drinking while eating, it's not a norm. Like, it's not normal. Culturally, yes, we do it and it's normal, but practically and scientifically, we should not be doing that. Then when we look at cocoa also, that's why previously we were saying, please check on your medications, what you're supposed to eat and what you're not supposed to eat while taking which medication. Cocoa in large amounts will also interfere with some blood pressure and then maybe your diabetic medications. So let us read those leaflets and let us know which foods interferes with which medicine that we are taking. It really helps us a lot when we are buying these products, when we are writing our grocery list, and yeah, it will really avoid a lot of complications and it will make the medicines more effective.
Thank you very much, Awor and Nemali, for clearing those doubts and giving us light and insight as to how we are to handle our food, our protein, our drinks. So thank you very much. Is there any other question?
I'm seeing Jane Owiti has a hand up.
Okay, Jen, karibu mami.
No, I just wanted to ask to clarify this, because I also heard that if you drink water at the same time eating, the water forms a film which can make some of the nutrients not be absorbed into the body. So I don't know how true that is.
Oh, that's my lovely. That is quite in order. That is it. That is it. And it also then contributes to indigestion as well.
Okay, it forms the film. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this egg. Is it okay to eat it for supper, dinner or supper?
Our eggs for supper.
For those who are avoiding the animal protein, because it comes from animal anyway. So, but
Yeah,
since you said it is independent, is it okay those who have been avoiding animal protein for
in the evening?
Yeah,
it is the protein.
can eat it.
Hi, Mommy Jen. So I think proteins are proteins, and it also comes from an animal. So when we say don't eat protein, I think
At
now we
night.
understand that proteins, yes, proteins come from animals and not lentils and beans. I think now we are clear. It's a protein,
So
it's
no
protein
eggs
dense.
at night, eh?
Yes, not eggs at night.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you can have it for breakfast, you can have it for lunch. Okay? Yeah,
Okay.
so it is not meat, but it is a protein and it comes from an animal. Okay? So no animal protein at night, but you can have them for breakfast and lunch. Okay?
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Mommy Jane. So I'll hand over now to Lydia to take us to the next step.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We still have some hands up. We kindly request, please type in the chat, and then the nutritionist will answer as we proceed. Please do that for us. We request. All right. So thank you so much, Dr. Jalang'o and the nutritionist, for that very, very important recap that we just had. So if you didn't get time to do the challenge, please try it out. It really contributes to what is coming next. So try it before we tackle the next topic. So dear participants, it is now your time. We want you to remember that this is not about giving some perfect answers. We want your real experiences. We just want to hear what has been your DTLC experience, to hear your victories, your struggles, because these two are part of lifestyle change. And with that, we'd like to invite some of our participants to hear from them firsthand. So we can start off with Martha. Well, Martha Chimbo is a participant from Zimbabwe, all the way. So Martha, are you in the room? Would like to hear your DTLC experience.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Good day, everyone. My name is Martha Chimbo Piri, and I just want to thank the doctors, the nutritionists, the entire DTLC team for this opportunity to share my journey with you. Earlier this year, in February, I was diagnosed with diabetes and mild kidney disease. It was hard news to accept. I thought I had been living a healthy lifestyle because I was very particular about what I ate. So I wondered where this was coming from. So I went online looking for answers, but there was so much information, and a lot of it was confusing and scary. In fact, I then went into denial. I also didn't want to start medication because of what I had heard about medication. So I would share briefly my life before DTLC. The news affected me emotionally. Physically, I felt very tired and sleepy. I would wake up at night in a sweat, and I didn't understand what was happening to my body. I tried my best to eat healthy, but I didn't know about, carbohydrate intelligence that we later learned about. I was eating lots of fruit, thinking it was all healthy. The doctor advised me to eat 5 small meals a day, but to make sure I controlled the portions. I remember asking myself, who can get through all this? Is this even manageable? It felt impossible. Then DTLC season changed everything. I then came across a post about DTLC season 13 on Facebook. Joining this platform changed everything for me. Through the professionals and the different sessions that we had, I learned so much. But the session on carbohydrate intelligence was the game changer for me. It taught me to be intentional and practical about how I balance my meals. I started to understand my condition instead of fearing it. Because of what I learned here, I was also able to have a fruitful conversation with my doctor. I've not yet started medication. My doctor agreed to allow me to try managing the condition through diet and lifestyle first. We set a review date for the end of this August. And if needed, I'll then start medication if nothing changes. Here's what has changed in just a few minutes of joining this season. I sleep better now. No more night sweats. I've lost 2 kgs. I was on 68 kgs. Now I'm 66 kgs. Before, it was so difficult to lose weight, even when I wasn't eating much. I now walk 5 times a week. I'm now intentional. I do the 10,000 steps in those 5 days. And I'm working towards walking every day, plus doing the exercises that we learned on Saturday. I now eat 3 balanced meals a day and drink more water. I'm no longer snacking, but it was difficult at first not to snack. By tracking my numbers, I now know what raises my fasting blood sugar. For example, if I eat pap, I think you call it ugali there, we call it sadza here, or if I eat sweet potatoes for dinner, my glucose goes up the next morning. I now understand hypoglycemia and how to avoid it. I have a healthy relationship with food now, and I'm no longer driven by emotions. Most importantly, I've accepted my condition. I stopped fighting it and started learning to manage it well, one day at a time. And I'm also happy to say my husband, my mother, and my young sister have joined me in eating healthy. And now I also exercise with my husband. I walk with him. He's supporting me. And also I introduced a friend on this platform, and we get to share what we learn and we encourage each other, which has been very helpful. I think the only challenge that I'm facing at the moment is because of the variety that is needed, especially for plant-based foods. The cost of the food, it's high. The costs are high. Then also, I'm usually very hectic during weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Though I still eat healthy, but tracking the numbers sometimes is difficult because I'm hectic. And also those 2 days, Saturdays and Sundays, I found them difficult to set aside time to walk. But I'm working on it, and I'm sure it will work out. I'm no longer hopeless. I'm no longer overwhelmed by information. My goal now is to work towards remission. And I believe it's possible with the right knowledge, support, and consistency, especially the support that we are getting here. I just want to say thank you again to the DTLC season team. Because of you, I have hope, I have tools, and I have a plan. I also thank God for you. You are such a blessing. I'm done.
I'm sure we feel overwhelmed. Nemali our Dr. Jalang'o. Lovely. Congratulations, Martha. We are so proud of you. So proud of you. So, Tim, would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, Martha, thank you so much for sharing. What I think I would like to encourage you, especially on the issue of the cost of the plant-based. Maybe if we can try a kitchen garden at home, so that we not all the time we are moving to the market to look for these vegetables. It will really help to reduce on the cost of, moving back and forth, market and home. We can have small gardens where we can plant our carrots, our beetroots, our locally available vegetables. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The other thing that Martha shared that is really, really encouraging is the ripple effect that she's had on her family, her mother-in-law, and as well as her husband. So that is really nice that they've seen what is happening to you and the choices that you're making for better living, and they've decided to join. And the other issue that I thought was really encouraging as well is that you said you take it one step or one day at a time. That is it. Yeah, then it doesn't overwhelm you. So small bites, small steps, but in the end, big gains. So keep going, Martha, and congratulations and thanks for sharing your story and the progress that you have made so far.
Yeah. Nemali, anything to add?
I just like to commend Martha because I remember the first time we interacted, the first 2 weeks, she had so many questions for me. Anytime she would eat something, she would check her sugar, she would do everything. And I'm so glad to see that you're seeing the changes and there's more to come. And just like you always say, one step at a time. So I commend you on that. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you so much, Martha. We are proud of you.
Lydia, also something I just forgot, but is also very, very important about what Martha has done. You see, we are here giving our part, but Martha has gone the next step to do her part, and she's having results. So it's important when you're in this program, it's not enough what we say here, but also what you do with what you hear and what you learn here. So do your part, you will definitely reap the benefits. Thank you, Martha, for doing your part.
Okay, thank you very much, Martha. So we move on to another participant. We come closer home, Maureen Omolo from Kenya. She might be under Sheila. So kindly unmute and go on, Maureen. What's your DTLC experience so far? Is she there? Let me just check on her. All right. Okay, you can unmute. Okay, all right. Let's give you a few minutes as you try to sort out your microphone. So up next, we can hear from Ramat. Ramat joins us from the UK. So Ramat, we are all ears.
Hello, everyone.
Hi again.
Where do I start from? I think I joined DTLC right. I think it was the first that was done, I believe, if I'm not wrong. It was right after the COVID when there was this scheme. A friend invited me to it. Actually, I've been a very skeptical when it comes to dieting because most dieting, to me, is not realistic, it's not sustainable. So I just avoided. My worry was that I'm an African. You find somebody telling me olives are good. I'm not sure where I come from. We don't grow olives. We grow something else. So for me to go hunting everywhere for olives, I would just not do it at all. So I was not really open up to it. And I wouldn't participate in it. To be honest, I've never participated in any of the thing when it comes to dieting. But when I heard what they have to say, that, I'm not going to be imposed on the food I eat, it's just my own food, but how to eat it combined. So, oh, that's a good idea. I think I can do that. So I joined in, and I love to try different varieties, at least ones that are variable to me. So that was not a problem at all. So it was interesting. And I must admit, I was to some extent, I was like, can it be real that dieting can change a lot of things? I had a lot going on. I had 3 children, cesarean sessions, lots going on within me. I was struggling emotionally, and I never could relate it to food. So when we started talking, Dr. Ali started talking to us, and then I was like, could this be true? I just said, okay, I've never done anything. I'm just going to be like the sheep, just follow the sheep, wherever I'm asked to go. So I bought the measuring cups. Portion control was really, really um tricky for me because I couldn't imagine myself eating half a cup of carbohydrate. If you ask me if I'm cooking, half a cup is the least I would taste to see if the food is nutritious or not. So I was thinking, that's a bit challenging. But then I just struggled to go with it. And my husband was like, oh, if you die of starvation, don't blame me. So the very first measurement I did, uh, it was eba. It's made from gari. So when I filled the portion, my husband actually helped me to press it down so I could have more in. So at least I'll be filled up. I don't go hungry because I vowed to go strictly by everything that was being told me because I want to see how far it will go. And I have the vegetable stew as well, spinach, and my protein in. And I was surprised I could not finish eating my carbohydrate. I was like, no, I did not believe that this could happen to me because I knew I normally eat way more than that. But after eating the protein, the stew, vegetable stew, and I was surprised. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just my system is just refusing because I've heard a lot about it. So for a week, I couldn't finish 125 meals of carbohydrate because I was just combining with others. I was surprised. So at the point, I just said, this must be juju because this is not me. Ever since I was born, I eat way more than this. So I would then began to wonder where all the food I've been eating has been going to. And I realized there was free bowel movement as well, which was very unusual for me. I'm like, okay. So within week 3, I could feel a lot of changes. I felt lighter and I was more active. I felt so good within myself now, like, well, whatever it takes, I'm gonna do everything that's being told. And I followed everything to the latter. And since then, I've really, really been so grateful. I must confess, at a point, I just hid myself up and I cried out because I thought, look, I've been poisoning myself with food all along, thinking that I was doing something good, but I wasn't. So I just said, no, definitely, definitely, I have to stick to this. I haven't really say I'm perfect, but I'm more aware of everything that's going on. I'm not diabetic, but the benefit I have acquired is enormous, and I'm so, so thankful. I've invited anybody that cared to join. And I must say, I have saved a lot on food, no doubt, because the consumption is definitely manageable and you are able to combine it and then it lasts longer. So that is my story. And I thought everybody should do this course. If you were to ask me, it should be enforced in schools rather than, well, next to maths and English in my country. Maths and English is compulsory. I would say nutrition should be the next one that should be um added. So thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Thank you so much, Ramat, for the kind words, for your own experience. This is something. Thank you so much for letting us know how you're doing. I like what you said. Of course, you're not perfect. You're not yet there, but so far, so good. Thank you. Tim?
Thank you, Lydia, and thank you, Ramat. Nice, very candid. You made me laugh. So much humor and very candid indeed. What I really liked is when you said dieting is not realistic, and that's the truth. It really is not realistic. You really need an option that works for what you eat daily. Taking an option that makes sense, an option that is healthy and does not put you to harm. Okay? So healthy eating is practical. We don't force you to eat what you don't want to eat, but we guide you to make good choices with what you have within your context. I'm so glad that your journey is different, but still making a big difference in your life. So what we teach is not something that's limited to diabetes. It's healthy living, and it impacts our lives whether we have diabetes or not. Thank you, Rahmat. Congratulations.
Right. Our nutritionist, anything to add?
I'm really impressed that she still does what she learned from back then. That's like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and she's still implementing what she's learned, and she's able to bring other people into it. And as you can see, it's a long-term relationship with food that you learn and you get to implement every day. So congratulations, Ramat, and keep going.
Thank you so much, Rahmat. I like the part where the family was trying to help you increase on the portion of the carbs, but I also appreciate the fact that you came to agree that if you eat your vegetables right and, the carbs will automatically be eliminated on its own. I really appreciate that acknowledgement. And I think this will go to all of us that, when you start with eating your vegetables, but by the time you're coming to the carbs, you will really not need the carbs as much as we always think. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Ramat. Keep going. We just started week 8, 4 more weeks to go. So we look forward to hearing the outcome after 12 weeks of DTLC. Thank you for spending time with us today. So now we head to the west. We head to the country called Liberia, where Esther Ricks is coming from. So dear Esther, what has been your DTLC experience so far? Let me see where you are. Yeah, go ahead. You can unmute. All right, I think she actually dropped off. No problem. So we'll give her some time to come back to the meeting. Maureen from Kenya, are you in a position to tell us your experience?
Hello?
Yes, we get you.
Okay, thank you very much for the time. My experience with the DTLC, it's helping me keep with a good diet, following up with the medications. I'm on medication for the diabetes for the last 7 years. I got it when I was expecting my third child. So I was put on medication. I've been taking medicine since then. And also following diet. The doctor said I have to follow diet, I have to do exercise. So whenever I'm free, I do exercise. I like walking. I used to have a lot of weight then, but then as time passed by, my weight started reducing. So like then I was 80. Right now, as we are talking, I am 67. I used to have big tummy also. And I used even like to feel bad about the tummy, especially the time, when ladies, we want to look that nice in our clothes and then your tummy is there. But then I started keeping up with the good food, exercising, and just making sure that I'm taking the medicine. So it has helped a lot. And when I joined the group, it has been helpful a lot because by posting how we are eating, what we are eating, when it is not right, the doctor will say it is not right, then you do the right way. So even since then, I've been reporting to the doctor what I'm eating, and even the doctor report, he's telling me back it has been well. So then I've been taking like 2 tablets a day, but just today he told me now we can reduce to 1 a day because of the good result. So that one, the DTLC have really helped me also on that matter. So I'm very grateful in the group and I'm still following up. Yeah.
Wow.
And recently I can really walk. I can really walk. Like I'm trying to meet the 10 steps, 10,000 steps a day. And also like doing in-house walk, at least 2,000 steps in the house. Yeah, like that.
That is also encouraging. Week 8, we have
Yeah.
officially reported medication reduction.
Yeah.
Well done, Maureen. We are so proud of you. Keep
I'm
up.
also thankful to the group because it have really helped me also following up and seeing what people are eating so that even me, I can adapt to that. Yes. And I have a question to ask doctor about tea. Me, I'm a tea person. I don't know if I'm doing too much of it. Like morning, if I don't take tea, I don't know. I can't go around doing stuff. So like every day I have to take tea. I don't know if it is wrong. Sometimes we come across this saying we should not take milk, should not take, but I just like the African brewed tea. Yes.
At what time do you take it?
Not very early in the morning. After I've done my errands, after I've gone for my walk, my exercise, maybe around 10:30.
Yeah, that's not
Yes.
how many cups a day?
Now that's another thing. In the morning, I take just a cup, and then maybe now evening, afternoon, but that one not a must, just once in a while. But morning, I have to take tea for me to move around properly. If I don't take tea, I feel weak and I feel like tired. So I don't know if I'm doing much of it.
Maybe it's a stimulant for you.
Yeah, because sometimes I see in the group, like people post like they're eating meals like from previous day, but me, I can't, like I'm not able to do that. I just go for my tea. Yes.
And what do you have it with? Do you take it alone after the meal or do you have it with a meal?
Not during the meal, just tea.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't do it with the meal. Yeah, just the morning tea. And mostly when I have to bite it with something, maybe the sweet potato or sometimes the arrowroot or sometimes even boiled maize. Just a piece, not too much of it, but at least a cup of milk tea. But I don't put sugar.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't think it's a bad thing if you take it at the appropriate time and then you also don't overdo the amount. And also it depends on how much tea you use, because we don't want you to develop addictions as well. We just take moderately. It wouldn't be bad. A cup or 2 a day isn't so bad, but depending on how much tea is in that tea, you see. And then also just watching out on how much milk you put in it. Otherwise, Maureen, I think you have done very well. Thank you for the consistency over the 7 past years. I think yours is a journey of consistency,
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And it has paid off in terms of your weight coming down. And now even joining this program and continuing with that consistent spirit, and now reducing your tablets to 1.
Yeah.
So what I do is to encourage you, keep going. The journey is not over, yes, but
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you so much and congratulations for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you too for the group. It is really helping.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the kind words, Maureen.
Okay.
I'm sure
Thank
Nemadi, Immaculate, they will prepare something for you about tea. You're not the only one who's
Yeah,
struggling with it.
I think like I'm addicted to the caffeine. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
If
then
I
it's
don't take, in fact, I get headache.
Yeah, that probably is addiction now.
Yes. So I was asking about it. What can replace the tea?
We can win you out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So be
Yes.
assured
We
that
work with you to win you out.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again. Thank you for the honesty. We truly
Mhm.
appreciate that, Maureen. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So we go back to the south. We go back to Zimbabwe. We have our dear participant, Auxilia Choga. Auxilia, welcome. Yes, you're in the room. I can see you. So feel free, unmute. Then you can tell us about your DTLC experience.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Miss Choga. Yeah, there you are. Could you try to unmute?
Yes, I'm trying. Okay,
There.
good evening. Sorry for that. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
And thank you for the opportunity to share my story with you. I can say the journey so far has been a mixture of great achievement, excitement, and it has been quite informative and helpful to me. Before joining, in fact, I'm the friend who Mata Chimbo was talking about. She's the one who told me about a DTLC. I was diagnosed with diabetes July 2022. So we go to the same church with Martha. So when she was diagnosed, she came to me. I was a senior and I was a advisor. But then it took the other way around. She now was my helper when she introduced me to DTLC. And before joining DTLC, I thought I knew a lot about diabetes because I've been loving to make research and to teach others about diabetes. So I thought I knew a lot about diabetes. But my take home from DTLC was carbohydrate intelligence. I knew what foods to take and which foods to avoid. Like I said, I was making a lot of research about diabetes. So I knew this food you can take, this one you cannot take. I also knew about portion control, but I had zero knowledge about food combination. And because of that ignorance, my sugar, I can't say my sugars would spike in a short period of time. After meals, they would rise rapidly to double digits and also fall rapidly. But since I've learned about carbohydrate intelligence, I'm now experiencing gradual rising, and they're no longer going to double digits, and a gradual fall to the normal numbers. But before this would happen like in 30 minutes after food, the sugars would spike like the minute hand of a clock. tick, 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 going up, continuous rapidly. Tick, 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 because I'm on CGM, so I could watch the numbers going up like they are on fire, and then they'll start to fall like there's like something's chasing them to come down. It's like but I knew sweet potato was okay for diabetes, so after eating potatoes, my numbers would go up. They would really go up. So I asked on this group, and that that was soon after I joined the group, and I was told that I need to combine sweet potato with vegetables and with beans and maybe eggs, to stop that rapid rise and rapid fall. It was before we did carb intelligence. But when we did carb intelligence, it was a game changer for me, because besides knowing which foods to take, I didn't know how to combine them. I would just eat, like, if I would like take rice, rice, the traditional rice, because they say rice is good for diabetes. Then I would take a rice, then I'll cook it with peanut butter. Then I would maybe eat a fist size, but on its own, without the protein and without the vegetables. The reason was this will fill me quicker, so that I won't eat much. If I eat much, my sugars will go up. So I would want to eat 2 sweet potatoes, because they will fill me, and I won't want to eat any other thing. I didn't know about food combination. You see where I was getting lost. Are we still together?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
so I also was planning to eat what I produce. Like I was telling people, I no longer want to go to the shops to buy food. I think I should have a garden. And the sadza, the sadza, we get it from the farm produce. I don't want to go to the shops to go and buy those things. I think the processed products from the shops are the ones that are spiking the sugars. So I want to eat organic. And this DTLC quickened this process, because I've realized from the plates that are being posted and what you are teaching us, that it's possible to eat from what we can produce. So it was also a plus for me. And again, on the issue of taking water immediately after food, or tea with food, I addressed a question on the chat box, to say what do we do with bread? Can we take it with tea, or it's still a no? We should take bread alone with the protein and the vegetables, and then you can take tea a bit later. Maybe you can answer the question later. This I was helped because I had issues with my B12. Well, I had issues with B12, vitamin B12. But since I stopped taking food with water, the numbness that I used to feel is going away. So I think the absorption, the interaction, the water was interrupting the B12 absorption. So I think this when I go to the doctor this time, I think we'll see numbers dropping to normal. To normal. So thank you so much, DTL. DTCL. Am I pronouncing correctly?
DTLC.
DTLC team, our doctors, our nutritionists, and the participants who are tirelessly posting their plates. I'm learning a lot. I'm making notes, and definitely, I think this sugar give us 2 months. I think I'll be sharing a remission testimony because when I was diagnosed with diabetes, I'm one person who did not face difficulties changing the diet. I didn't face any challenges. I actually took it head on, and I started immediately. And I think with this correct way of eating, correct portions and combination, I think I'm sure it's going into remission. I'll watch the space. I'm coming with a testimony. The only challenge that I am facing is on walking, the 10,000 the 10,000 steps. Actually having challenges. I tried. There was a time that I tried. I was always doing exercises before I go to bed every day, but I did consistently, I think for a week, I'm sure. But then my sugar started to fall in the night. Like I said, I'm on CGM. So I started to see them falling during the night. Normally, I don't take supper. Supper is in a meal. I can have maybe an avocado. I can have even a handful of nuts, and that's my supper. That's what I used to do even before. And my fasting sugars is never gone to 6. They're always 4 point or 5 point. So I kept that. I can't eat supper in the evening, but with the exercises, because some of them I would do in the evening after work. When I come back, then I'll do the steps. So I think it was affecting my sugars during the night. So I stopped. I think you can see my post. I'm trying to do half, like 5,000 in a day. And I want to see if this would improve my readings during the night. But for the past 2-3 days, I'm not dropping any figures during the night. So I'm actually having challenges on the steps. I don't know if I should eat, but then if I eat in the evening, I think my digestion is poor. I don't feel comfortable during the night. So I don't know how I can go about it. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you
I
so
think I'm
much.
done.
Thank you so much. That is quite a testimony from the rise to the falls of sugar, and now to a very, very hopeful remission coming very, very soon. Thank you so much, Choga, for that experience. Of course, she has some questions. So, dear team, can you address this?
Yeah. Probably I'll first just comment that this is also another different journey, a mix of emotions. And what I also like about your journey, Choga, is the idea of pairing up with Martha, definitely to make the burden lighter. So the journey is a bit more bearable. So that's a good thing to have a buddy that you can walk the journey with. And then I think the other thing I'd like to comment is about bread, Remember, if I can remember well, we had a curfew on bread, So the idea that Alice had was that we withhold bread because there are so many different carbs that we can use that are readily available in our setup, and we are not thinking of using them. So let's be a bit more creative and take more of the others. Definitely does not mean you are not going to eat bread at all. So we'll hold that until she comes back. Okay? Now, the sugar's falling in the night. It means things are getting better. And as things are getting better, medication needs to be adjusted. So your medication definitely probably needs to go much lower. So we need to ensure that as your sugars go lower, the medicine also is adjusted to the lower end and hopefully towards a remission as you are intimating. So great journey, Jogak. Keep up the spirit and congratulations on your progress thus far. And that is it. Just keep it going, doing your part. Okay. Nemali Awor?
Yes, thank you so much. Nemali, you can hold on and come after me. Yeah, Choga, thank you so much for your testament. I think I would like to add on the vitamin B12. Yeah, so you find that vitamin B12 is mostly from animal products and then like the meats and that. So like we have been saying before, you said you are kind of addicted to tea. So you find like the tea, the tannin in the tea interferes with the absorption of iron and the vitamin B12. That is where the problem has been coming from. But I really appreciate that you also acknowledge that you stopped taking the tea with the food. Yeah, and there is an improvement. So we really would like to congratulate you on that. And like Doctor said, we see a way to pick that addiction and pull you out of that tea and see how we move better even. Thank you so much.
I think my colleagues have said much. What you're doing is really amazing, and the fact that you're also learning as you go, and you also have a partner who's also on the same journey with you, that is really amazing. About what to eat at night, and I think you can maintain because your blood sugars have dropped at night, and I think that's a good sign. So, us saying you adjust again your meals and it will affect your blood sugar reading is not going to be helpful for you. So, I think what you can do is just alternate what you eat, like the avocados today, tomorrow have things like cucumber, tomatoes, something like that. So, yeah, just keep going, and that's really positive to see.
Thank you so much, team. Thank you so much, our dear participants, for your experiences. We feel motivated, just like we've been saying since we started. You truly motivate us to the point that we want to give you even more than what we had planned. So a special thank you to all our participants who have shared their DTLC experiences with us tonight. We appreciate your openness, your honesty. It really takes courage to talk about both your wins and your struggles. And we value every experience that was shared here today. I know they're not the only ones in this room tonight. We have people with different experiences. We would love to hear about them. So once again, we are going to send out the form. It's an online form. Just tell us, what is your progress so far? Your challenges, your struggles, your wins. We are here to support you. So one thing that we want everyone to remember is that challenges are a normal part of change. Nobody comes into DTLC expecting to get everything right from day one. We certainly do not expect perfection from you. This is a learning journey, and your body is also adjusting to all that you're learning. So if you're watching us and you're considering to join DTLC, you just remember that you don't have to be perfect to begin. You just have to be willing to learn, make small changes, and keep moving forward. So, as we come to the end of tonight's program, I want to thank each of you for spending time with us. And if there's one thing we would like you to take home tonight, is that progress does not require perfection. It requires consistency. So every time you pause, you make a better choice, you learn from a difficult day and decide to try again, that is when you are moving forward. And as Maya Angelou beautifully said, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, you do better. And that is what DTLC is about, helping people to know better and support them as they do better, reminding them that they do not have to make these changes alone, and neither do they have to make these changes overnight. So before we close, we would like to extend an invitation to support this DTLC program. You know, there are people living with diabetes who genuinely need this kind of education, this guidance, and ongoing support. So perhaps you're an individual who would like to sponsor another person, you're an organization, a corporate partner interested in sponsoring several people, or perhaps you simply believe in what DTLC is doing and would like to contribute toward helping us reach more people. Well, your contribution really, really matters. If you'd like to support DTLC or sponsor someone to participate in the program, please reach out to us directly and our team, and we will guide you on how to make that contribution. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for believing in our work. We are truly touched by the expressions that many of you have shared today. So we look forward to seeing you again at our next session, that is next Monday. And until then, take care of yourself and remember that better health is built on one healthy habit at a time. Thank you and have a good night.